Hey, 8th graders. This is a fuel bottle with an air pump on top of it. This is used for a little camping stove that I use sometimes. And we're talking about density and mass and solids, liquids, and gases. And while this one holds fuel, like our little alcohol stoves that we've been using in school, it also has to have a gas in there on top of it. So this is a pump, very much like a bicycle pump. Every time you push the plunger up and down, it pushes a little bit more air into the tank. And then what happens is when you open this valve over here, it allows the gas, the fuel rather, to go to a stove and get burned. So my instructions to you is to pause the video and write down how you could figure out how much mass of gas gets pumped into this bottle. After you've written down how you could figure that out, turn the video back on and there will be 5 questions that go with your experiment. Okay, so your setup should say something like, let's find out what the mass of the tank is before we pump air in. So, what tool do we need? Okay, that's correct, a triple beam. And we've been practicing using these in class. So I'm going to set the tank on the plate, and then we got to balance this out. So I'm going to slide the big slider over first. It's more than 200 grams, more than 300 grams, less than 400. So slide it back to 300. Slide it back to 20. So we got 320. That looks a little heavy. It's very close. We're balanced on the right side. Let's give you a good close look at these numbers. So this is the starting mass of the tank and air. And what we'll do now is we will pump this thing up. I'm just going to put 20 pumps in it. Actually, I think that was 25. So there was 25 pumps with this little pump mechanism pushing air in there. You can see where the air gets pressed down and it presses back. So if we put this on the balance again, if gas has mass, we would expect the balance is showing that in fact the bottle is more massive than it was. So this end of the balance is above the balancing line now. So to find out how much 25 pumps on that tiny little pump are, all we have to do is slide the little slider forward until we get a balance again. Okay, that's it. See, we're balanced again. So here's your close-up of the new values. Not a lot of change. And if you need to rewind that to check it out, but here are your questions. Number 1, what was the empty mass of the tank? Number 2, what was the mass with the air? Of course, that's this one right here. Number 3, what's the mass of just the air? Number 4, write down in words how you will find the mass of the gas, or rather how you did find the mass of the gas. And then number 5, show your calculations using numbers and mathematical symbols. Have fun.